Doubles and coffee. PNM, you wake up proud of yourself. PNM fake news media. You wake up this morning proud of yourself. $3.3 million space in Teeth Road, Barat. You feeling proud of yourself? PNM bloggers and PNM idiots and PNM imbeciles. You wake up this morning feeling proud that you achieved something, that you sent people, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, into a useless, nonsensical, panic, fear, rushing home, traffic, gridlock, stress, low productivity, over absolutely nothing but PNM nasty, disgusting lies, political tabanka, and dreams of turning the population off of Kamla Prasad and the UNC. PNM is so stupid. The more ridiculous your acts of sabotage, the more ridiculous your lies, the bigger your lies, the more pain that your lies bring, the more love Kamla Prasad, Bissessa, and the United National Congress get. PNM, you made people scared. Big people, intelligent people, mothers, parents, messaging me. While Kamla Prasad, Bissessa said there is nothing. Stay calm. While the Minister of Defense said, there is nothing. Relax, we will tell you if there's anything. There's not even any issue between Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela. There's an issue between the United States of America, the foreign policy of Donald Trump, the policy against drug cartels, narco-terrorists, narco-traffickers, human traffickers, and Venezuela, and Nicolas Maduro and the USA. You created a whole hysteria because a US ship, Navy ship came here. In my life, and I live quite long so far, thank the Lord, I can recall that happening. Army ship at least 8 to 10 times. And school children and people go and see, and it's excitement because we're not really of that. You create hysteria and create an illogical position that somehow the foreign policy of Trinidad and Tobago to stand side by side with our greatest, biggest, largest trading partner, with the United States of America, who, if Donald Trump and them want to take visa from we, the country will feel so much pain across the board. All of the citizens who like to go to the US for holiday, for shopping, for festival, to see family, for students, for sporting competitions. We have been and are intrinsically linked with the United States of America. We watch ESPN and cable and everything. In fact, we have, over the decades, we are Americanized. Their culture, their style, their clothes. And you are saying, PNM, that for Kamla Prasad, Bissessa to stand by the United States of America and our trading partners in a war against drugs, against guns, against narco-terrorists, against money launderers, against drug runners and human traffickers that have been responsible for the deaths, especially under the PNM, at an average of 500 to 622 murders per year. Over 6,000 people dead by guns not made here, by bullets not made here, by guns and ammunition deposited here because of the narco trade, the drug trade, the human trafficking trade. Any human being who's not against that is not a serious Trinbagonian. Life on this island has become a nightmare. It's now getting a little bit better. The murder rate coming down by 40%. Is that good? No, we have to do much better, and we will. crime and criminality being brought to book, laws going to the parliament, consultation on stand your ground and castle doctrine, a commissioner of police appointed substantive, doing he work without fear or favor, malice or ill will. Policies being put in place to give opportunities to the young people, to improve the lives of those in the hot spots, which happen all to be PNM. PNM is a disease. When you support PNM and you look at the track record of PNM, there can be no rational reason, rhyme or thought for supporting them. That's why they play the race card. Because support must come from something, from some success. PNM has ruled this country for 76% of our existence. Yet their strongholds are the ones where the children die at the most alarming rates for all sorts of reasons. But the main one being violence, lack of opportunity, guns, ammunition, brought here by the drug traders, those who support the drug cartels, make Trinidad and Tobago a transshipment point, and you, the PNM and the PNM fake news media, proud. This clown who's such a coward. Let me tell you something. When you believe in something but you're afraid to say it, he's a mama pool. He's a Makome man. I don't even know the man name. What you know? Kijan Haynes, for example. Kijan Haynes. I asking you a question. Because you see, when you are in the fourth estate and the media, historically, politicians have a responsibility to respond to media personnel who operate under the principles of journalism, impartiality, objectivity, search for truth, fact-finding. When that operates, then yes, politicians have a responsibility to answer questions. But when one is a secret, cowardly mama pool who's poisoned with Balizé juice and is so cowardly, so immature, so childish, so dotish, so done, such an imbecile like you, Kijan Haynes, and you cannot even state that you are a PNM, that you love PNM, that you have PNM in your heart. You're a coward and a fool. I don't know why any of my colleagues would even bother to listen to you. You are an imbecile of untold proportions. You are a PNM. You're disgusting. You're disrespectful. You shout at ministers. Who the hell are you? You're a dunce. You've achieved nothing. What you feel? You're on TV? You're on TV because you would like to see yourself. That low pay that has paid you to go and support a media house which is of your PNM nonsense. You're a propagandist and one who's ashamed to even be brave to say, I am a PNM. You see, I disagree with Rhoda Barrett, but at least she does say, I am a PNM. She is a PNM and she proud to be PNM. She proud to be calm, whatever it is. She don't make sense. She spew lies and I would never do that. No matter how much I detest the PNM. And I detest Rowley, because the amount of people who have died and suffered while he could have helped. There's nothing worse than having power and ability to impact lives and doing nothing, trying nothing, and just using people to enrich yourselves and the family members around you. Recuse yourself. Rowley is a scumbucket and I detest him. But not one day. Doubles and Coffee, Dogra Politics interview anywhere, Senate, inside, outside Parliament, would I ever tell a lie on Rowley. Anything I say about Rowley and Smallpin is pure facts, pure truth. No matter how much I hate them and detest them and think that they are the excrement coming out of a kobo mouth after eating a dead carcass, I wouldn't lie on them. So people like Kijan Haynes, you mama pool, you fool. You know, this me, but you could shout and ask anybody. I have nothing to say or ask you or your media house because you're a sickening PNM. You're a propagandist. You don't care about country. Look at what happened. You happy? People panic. You're excited this morning. You got Little children scared. You got parents running to schools to take their children out, and they got stuck in gridlock traffic for 3 hours. They went to try and buy groceries and make a run on groceries and pack up with toilet paper. All you proud? All you imbeciles? You idiots? You PNM dotish human beings? You feel proud? That's why I tell you, I call upon all citizens. This PNM thing, and it's not just the PNM party. It's the PNM media, it's the PNM institutions, it's the PNM in positions of so-called independent institutions. Whether in the parliament, outside the parliament, not doing their job, but doing their jobs just to promote the evil, stupidity, and incompetence of the PNM. If our society was based on merit, the PNM and PNM fake news media will not exist. So my people, continue to ignore CNC3, Guardian Media Limited, Senator Atts, Independent Senator Atts. What say you? Make a statement. You're now on the board of Ansa Makar, who oversees Guardian Media Limited, who sent your nation, the nation of Trinidad and Tobago, yesterday into panic based on fake news, on propaganda, with an agenda to try to present the PNM as something that it was not. The PNM is dead. The PNM is rejected. The PNM is useless. The PNM is fractured. The PNM is in chaos. The PNM is incompetent. The PNM can't even find man to sit in the parliament. It's a setter halfway man. Go and look and check for all yourself. So Senator Atts, President Senator, I'm waiting to hear you on your opinion on Guardian Media Limited, on your CNC3, on what they did yesterday, aiding and abetting PNM propagandists to create panic throughout the nation. To my citizens, stay calm. Everything is okay. Don't take threats from a bully across the way. One thing the Douglas could tell you, bullies don't fight when met with strength. Imran Khan was bullied by Stuart Smallpin Young for 5 years, every single day of life, because Stuart Smallpin Young was an elitist brought up by a mama pool father who didn't teach him anything, didn't teach him about love and respect. I too grew up privileged. My father, first black man to buy a house in Newbury Hill, 1980. I was a spoiled child. My mother buy me anything I want. When she go to Miami, I come back with 5 different pair of track shoes, all kind of things from British Knights, come down the line. But my parents taught me to whom much is given, much is expected. Take care of those weaker ones, take care of those most in need. So I learned that, despite being a spoiled child. But Stuart Smallpin Young was taught by his idiotic father that you are wealthy, you are rich, you could do what you want, treat people how you want, abuse weaker people and somehow raise your self-esteem by climbing upon others. That's why Smallpin is such a minuscule, ridiculous human being. That's why he goes down in history, and the biggest joke in the history of politics. A Kobo Sweater's prime minister selected. As soon as the people got a choice, they rejected him in a landslide because he is a bully. Bully Imran until Imran, who's not a violence, who's not a fighting, beat him and throw him in a dustbin. And that's the nickname for Smallpin, Dustbin Terrier. Maduro is a bully. Delcy is a bully. The USA going at them. What they talking Kamala? Why they have Kamala picture? Because they bully in Trinidad and Tobago, 1.4 million people, a defense force that good for parade. Yes, my brothers, it's all right. We understand that, and that's okay. We is not of war, we is of love. Bullies will not fight when met with real force. So stay calm. Don't let PNM propagandists frighten you. Keishan Haynes, answer the question. Are you a PNM? You cowardly mama pool. So all your PNM feel proud, right? You send people into a panic. Congratulations. Go and celebrate in Balize house that not building anymore. To the rest of the population, God bless. Stay calm. Bless.